So I'll just do a little introductory video explaining sort of who I am, what I do, so you just get a better idea of what sort of content I'll do, and sort of a bit of a schedule. It's all new. And talking to yourself on the camera is a bit weird to get used to, and yeah, it's a bit odd to start off with, but we're getting there, and hopefully be able to get better at the editing and bits and pieces like that. So the video should be better for viewing. Basically, live down in Cornwall. Have a small holding. It's around 8 acres roughly. Keep sheep, poultry of various types: ducks, geese, chickens, pygmy goats. Though I definitely think they're more pets than anything else. They're yeah, they got a nice easy life, those guys. And yeah, so we have various types of equipment. We have, as most people do with small holdings, you have to sort of collect items over the years, and I'm in a fortunate situation where, with family being in the industry, I I get machines and try stuff out and advice and input what to use. I'm a mechanic, sort of Monday to Friday. Work on chainsaws, trimmers, mowers. I do work on cars as well, but that's not really my thing. I don't really like them. It was never the plan when leaving school to work on cars, but situations happen, and you end up sometimes doing things you don't particularly want to do. But coming out, outside doing the animals and growing the veg and that it makes 9 to 5 worth it, really. The money you earn from that goes into this, and you can sort of escape for a little bit and go off and go strimming for an hour, or drive a tractor around. It's nice. It's a nice relax. So we run quite a varied range of machinery. We have a 3-cylinder Massey 35, which I had for my 16th birthday present, and that does the bulk, sort of the harrowing, topping. We have a dung spreader for it, a rotavator for it, fertilizer spinner, all sort of compact, or not compact stuff, but sort of sizes suitable for that, and also suitable for like our paddocks. We're not big 10-acre fields. We're sort of, one of the paddocks is about 2 acres tops, so we don't need big stuff. We then also have which we've just had, a new Kubota compact tractor with a loader and a drive over deck. We've had it about 3 weeks now, and I don't really know how we got on without it, to be honest. The loader's just incredibly handy. So hopefully do some more videos on that. Poultry wise, we keep the chickens, which we have the laying flock, which are all made up of hybrids, different ones for different color eggs, which people seem to like the different color eggs. And then pure breed wise, we did have a nice pen of light Sussex to breed from, which we did breed from this year, and sold some of the eggs for hatching. But the fox took everything apart from the rooster and one hen, which that's sort of it's annoying. That is, you put a lot of time into looking after them and rearing them and breeding them, and we're having really good success rates with them. Sort of 22 eggs out of 24 in the incubator was hatching, which they were doing really well. So we're gonna have to see what we do with them next year, really, whether we get some more hens or just sort of keep the 2. Then we also have a trio of Silver Lace Wyandottes, jury's out on them. Whether it's just ours, they seem sort of quite skitty. But I am thinking about putting the rooster in with some. We've got some Indian game hens. So a bit of a project for next year, I think, is to cross the rooster with some Indian game hens to see what they sort of come out with for the table. I did think about getting some commercial day-old meat chicks, but it just doesn't sit right with me. Something that grows in 8 weeks to that size, it doesn't sit right. I don't like it. I know they have to do it commercially, and you wouldn't feed the country without it. But for what we do and what I want to do, I'm not doing that. So that's sort of a project for next year, I think. The sheep, we haven't got many sheep at the moment. I've got 3 ewes which are going to the ram for the first time this year. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they're going to a blue-faced Leicester ram, which should hopefully go all right. We'll find out. We do also have 2 pedigree coloured Rylands, which they're all registered, and we might take them to a few shows. I'm quite interested in the showing side of things, just to have a go really, but never done it before. That's going to be a learning curve. Getting their diets right, the trimming, clipping, all those sorts of things. But again, we'll video as we go, and it might help some people. A lot of people who show sheep will know what they're doing. I've done it before. Where it's going into this very green, but, we can try. Pygmy goats. We have 6 pygmy goats, all nanny goats, and they're just. I think they're just pets. I love them. Wouldn't get rid of them. They are definitely time wasters. You can go and sit with them, and they'll jump on you and play with you. Just like having an outdoors dog. They're fantastic. We've got a new run going up for them with some new apparatus they can climb on and play on, and they just chill. And to be fair, touch wood, as an animal, they don't really give any grief. I've not had any issues with them. Yeah, no, they're we may kid them. We've got 4 which are old enough to, and we did kid them a couple of years ago, I think it was. Strange one, because normally you have room to help if you have to, whereas a pygmy goat, there isn't a lot of room, so you kind of have to let them get on with it. And to be fair, they both got on with it. They did it themselves. They were great. Got up, and the babies got up and drank without any help, so they were really good. Geese, we have 6 Toulouse geese. The geese are nice. I like them. Really do like them. We had a broody goose this year, Sat, and she unfortunately decided to sit when we had the issue with the fox, and I think the fox scared her off the nest, and all the eggs got destroyed. I think we're going to put some in incubator next year, to try and hatch some of them, because I do like the geese. That's probably one of my favourite. Yeah, so that's sort of the animals we have, and then sort of future projects. I'm looking sort of where I'm sat now is an area behind the pond that we have, which we've had all cleaned up. We've reseeded it, and we have sort of a few barbecues down here and things. So looking to get this all nice and tidied up, clean out around the pond. We have a lot of, I think it's a type of willow that grows around the pond. So we're going to clean that all through and get the pond opened up, because it's all ingrown at the moment. So that's sort of a bit of a project we're going to do. We've got a couple of trees I've got to cut down, but I've ordered some sort of PPE for that, because rightly so, people in the last couple of videos said that using chainsaws without PPE is not good, and it's not. I definitely needed some, and so I've ordered some. So I'm not going to be doing that until that turns up. I think sometimes I just don't think. You sort of get on and do things, don't really think about it. Whereas when you have someone point something out, you realise, oh yeah, I should have definitely had that. But yeah, so we won't be doing that till that turns up. And sort of the handheld stuff, going on to like the clearing, the trees in the pond, and that is all, we run all Stihl machines. Family members run, they sell and supply Stihl, get it through them. And it's good. So I'll be doing some reviews on that. We've got various handhelds, 2-strokes, batteries, lawnmowers. We've got a lot of stuff with that, which I don't think you can have sort of, when you have a small holding or a farm. I don't think you can get away with just hypothetically one chainsaw. You can have one sort of few smaller, lighter jobs, and if you have us, we've got quite a few trees around us, and you always get 1 or 2 blow down each year. You need your bigger ones for the bigger jobs. So yeah, we've got a range of that we can use, which are video. The other thing I'm sort of thinking about doing is family has a farming background, but not my parents. We have the small holding, which really, it was what I did, is what I went out. I went in agricultural college. That was to do the fitting side of things. I was always interested in how the engines worked and the mechanic side of that, and having the workshop here was always involved in it. So I'm not completely green to farming. I've had experience with it, but technically we are building this small holding from scratch. It was just 2 fields. So I'm thinking about doing a bit of a series on, building that up, having, different machines. I like running sort of older machines that I can repair, don't cost the earth. They take a bit of setting up and things, but I sort of think there's a skill in that, setting up an old plow, when you have handles to turn and bits and pieces like that, and bearings to free up. I think that might be a bit of an interesting thing to see. And obviously, again, if it helps people, with their projects or anything, we've got a few things to make. I want to make a rear weight for the Kubota with the loader to help sort of ballast that. I did look at a genuine weight from Kubota, but it's about 800 quid. And to be honest, for 175 kilo weight, I can make it for a lot less than that. So yeah, I want to make a weight box for that, and make a bale spike for the 35. We have a contractor in to bale the hay, and that's always in round bales. And straw we have a mixture of small squares, and sort of when supply gets a bit shorter, there's a few farms around who sell round bales. So bale spike for moving that around would definitely be handy, because at the minute I'm having to use a transport box and sort of push it in and out, and it's all extra weight. You get a hay bale in the back of a transport box, which weighs a bit. It's quite light on the front end of the tractor then. And so that's sort of a few projects coming up. But yeah, that's just a little introduction, who I am, what I do. And hopefully I'll get better at the editing and bits and pieces like that. It's all new. I'm not very good with sort of technology and things, so it's all a learning curve. Like a few other things will be on here, I'm bound to make a few mistakes. That's going to happen. But hopefully help a few people on the way through as well. And it's good to have things where you can see it, and people who have experience in certain things, they can sort of pass that on. It's farming, whether you're doing half an acre or 1,000 acres, it's not easy to get into, it's not easy to do. So I think, when you have an opportunity to help in a way, then I think it's a good thing to do. So yeah, that's just sort of a bit of an introduction, and a bit of the background and that. So yeah, I'll try and get the videos up sort of, at least two a week, hopefully a bit more, but it's a little bit weather dependent, because if it's chucking down with rain and blowing a gale, there's not a lot you can do outside. And to be honest, you know, certain jobs just aren't worth videoing. It's a bit monotonous, and once you've seen electric fencing being put up once, you don't need to see it again. It's all fairly similar. But yeah, that's me and sort of what we do and what we're going to do going forwards. If there's anything you'd like to know or ask, just put it down in the comments. And video wise, if there's anything you want to see, I'm going to do a bit of a walk around of the machines a bit better than that, just so you can sort of see it, because looking online sometimes to find certain machines is not easy, and especially when a lot of stuff is sort of big. When people are doing their hay on big farms, it's all 10-foot plus mowers, whereas some people might be using a 2-drum mower and a hay bob and a conventional baler. So yeah, there'll be a variety of things going on, and now there's a few other things sorted out that we can crack on with it, and yeah, take you along with us. So I hope I haven't waffled too much. I do waffle a bit, but yeah, we'll see you in the next one.